If you press back when the opponent's attack is coming at you, you will perform a standing guard. If you are attacked while backing up, this will happen automatically, so don't worry. Okay then, the opponent will come at you with some attacks. Use standing guard to defend yourself. Action!
Weak! Not bad!
Excellent! Standing guard will guard against your opponent's A, B, and C attacks, as well as jumping attacks. However, it will not guard you against attacks that aim for your feet, such as diagonal down forward C, so be careful. If you press diagonally down back when the opponent's attack is coming at you, you will perform a crouching guard. If you can get into the habit of always pressing diagonally down back when you crouch, you'll conveniently block attacks while crouching. Okay, defend yourself against your opponent with crouching guard. Give it your best shot. Action!
Weak, not bad! Hit it! Feast on this!
Excellent! Crouching guard will block crouching attacks and standing attacks. However, it will not defend you against jumping attacks and a few specific standing attacks, so you'll have to watch out. For now, I'd recommend using crouching guard to block attacks on the ground. Are you clear on the difference between standing guard and crouching guard? Next, we'll practice how to use both of them. Use standing and crouching guard to defend yourself against various attacks. You will pass the test if you can block everything. However, if you get hit by an attack, you'll have to start over from the beginning, so be careful. Okay, begin! Action!
Overhead! Weak! Weak! Too easy! Not bad! Shit! You weak!
Guard and crouching guard, you'll be able to defend yourself against your opponent's attacks. In other words, you'll get KO'd less often. Attacks are pressed back, or diagonally down back, or diagonally up back to perform a jumping guard. Block the opponent's jumping attacks using jumping guard. Here we go! Action!
Chill out! How's the whip? Not bad! Gonna hurt! Eat it! Chill out! Inferno Divider! Eat it!
Excellent! Jumping guard is a very good defensive option. It's especially good to hold diagonally up back right when you jump, because from the moment you start to rise off the ground, you will be able to block attacks in the air. However, there's one thing. Jumping guard is not an all-purpose tool for when you're at a low height during a jump. Crouching guard. Also, if you continue to hold A and B together, you can keep your barrier up. With barrier guard, you can block attacks that can't be blocked with regular blocking. These three benefits make barrier guard a very useful defensive option. Also, your recovery from blocking takes slightly longer. Now let's see you block your opponent's attacks with barrier guard. Try using either standing barrier guard or crouching barrier guard. Action!
Huh? Weak, not bad! You idiot! Huh? Shit! And block the fighter!
Excellent. When inputted, Barrier Guard will come out even when your opponent has not attacked you, so timing your Barrier Guard for when you think an attack is coming will increase your defensive prowess. Additionally, using Barrier Guard during a dash on the ground will cancel the dash quickly, allowing you to easily manage the distance between you and your opponent. It's a good one to remember. The most important thing about Air Barrier Guard is that it guards against attacks that cannot be blocked using Jumping Guard. You should always be prepared to use Air Barrier Guard when you are in the air and your opponent is on the ground. Okay, your opponent will do some attacks that can't be blocked with Jumping Guard, so block them using Air Barrier Guard. Action!
Huh? 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 Shit! Bring it! You idiot! That's it? Weak! Bring it! You idiot! Weak! You idiot! You don't let it Inferno Divider! Inferno Divider! Feast on this! Chill out! Not bad!
Excellent. Air Barrier Guard is the defensive option that will most significantly improve your defensive capability during battle. You need to use Barrier Guard.
Noelle! It's about time to switch with someone.
But I'm getting so much better.
Getting better? You mean you're getting better at talking to people?
Huh? I mean the player's getting better.
Whichever you want. I'm pretty sure neither one would be wrong. Anyway, Tsubaki is looking for you. So, I'll take it from here.
Aww, I wanted to teach until the end. Good luck from here on out.
And with that, once again, I'll be knocking things out of the park as your instructor from here. When the barrier gauge below your health gauge reaches 0, you will enter a danger state. While in this state, the word danger will appear on your health gauge. In this state, you suffer the following 2 penalties. You cannot use Barrier Guard, and you take 1.2 times the damage. Once in the danger state, you can't get out of it until the barrier gauge has been replenished to at least 50%. If you're in danger state, be careful about running away in the air, as you won't be able to guard against most ground attacks. Next is negative state. If you repeatedly take passive or non-confrontational actions like backstep and back jump, an alert called negative warning will display. Be on the lookout for that. If you continue to take passive actions, even after the alert comes up, you'll enter negative state. If you enter negative state, a red aura will appear around your character, and your barrier gauge will go down to 0. If you keep running away, you'll enter danger state even without having used your barrier gauge, so be careful. If negative warning appears, stop retreating. You will create some distance between you and your opponent and have the chance to regain your composure. However, the window of time during which you can do a throw escape differs, depending on what state you were in when you were thrown. When thrown while moving, or while in another normal state, the window to do a throw escape is short. And when thrown while blocking or getting hit, the window for throw escape is longer. When thrown while in a normal state, a green...
How's that? Gonna hurt! That's it? How's that? Get right! How's that? How's that? Get right! How's
Excellent.
Great job! Did you get the knack of throw escapes? Okay, now we'll try out the slightly more difficult ones. Do a throw escape when you get thrown out of a normal state.
Action.
Gonna hurt! Huh? 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 Gonna hurt! Get right! Gauntlet haters! Gauntlet haters! Shit! Ow! Shit! Inferno Divider! Weak! Can't be happy! Stay down!
Mission clear.
It's really difficult to do a throw escape on reaction when you're grabbed out of a normal state by the opponent. So your instructor, Makoto here, will teach you a useful technique. When you input the command for a throw escape, if you press back or diagonally down back with A, B, and